Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. I am 24 and a half weeks. I'm looking a little bit rough. The last 2 days I've pretty much spent the days in bed. Yesterday I had an appointment with a midwife and it was all good. Like the baby's heart rate was 140 and nothing eventful. I'm so out of breath. I told her that I'm like having the contractions like all the time. And this has happened with all my kids, but this time around, it's like they're so often. She was slightly concerned. She's like, it is your fourth baby, so your uterus like is more likely to get irritated, which I knew, but she said if you're having 5 or more an hour, then that's a problem, even if they're not painful or anything. So she said if I have 5 or more an hour to go to labor and delivery and like get monitored or whatever. And I'm like, so now I'm paying more attention to them because they happen all the time. But last night at basketball practice, I had 4 while we were at practice. And I was like, and I was just sitting there. Like my kids were driving me crazy. And so I think I was a little stressed out, but I don't know what is exactly, like what brings them on. Cause she's like, well, is it like exercise? Is it movement? Is it this? I'm like, it literally happens all the time. So I don't know. Like there's no rhyme or reason to it really. Like I can be sitting on the couch and it happens. I can be going on a walk, it happens. Definitely after my workouts, I typically always like right after I'm done working out, my uterus will contract. And yesterday after I dropped the kids off of school before my appointment, I came home, fell asleep, took a little nap, went to my appointment, came back home, ate, fell asleep, like laid down. Then today, dropped the kids off, came home, fell asleep, woke up, talked to my sister-in-law for a little bit, and then just have been laying in bed, like dozing. And I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if the baby's just growing a whole bunch or what. But I figured I'll start a vlog, and I'm gonna show you what I'm wearing right now. Show you my bump. Let me get you in a decent position. The house is a little bit not picked up because I'm not doing it today. I just got a hoodie on and my Lululemon leggings. Lululemon leggings are literally the best for pregnancy. Here's my little bump. Here's like if I'm like holding my stomach tight. And then this is like if I just let it go. There she is. She's growing. I did book an ultrasound in for Monday just so it's like a private ultrasound. So I can just check and see what she's looking like and how she's growing and stuff. But I'm gonna go grab something to eat for lunch, like a breakfast sandwich or something. I haven't eaten anything except for a breakfast sandwich this morning and then some chocolate covered almonds. And so I probably need to eat. I'm not really hungry, but I know I need to, or else I'm probably gonna feel sick later. And then I might stop by Target or Walmart before I go to the gym. And then I've got my shorts for the gym. We do have a little sinkhole situation in my backyard that I was trying to get figured out with the people who did the sewer work before I took ownership of the house. And I talked to him last week and it was raining like for the next 3 days after I talked to him. And he's like, we're not gonna be able to come and do anything in the rain. So they have it, and today it's not raining. And then tomorrow it's supposed to start raining again. I'm like, yo, are you gonna come check this out? Because this is a problem. So that's a little frustrating. It's, let me show you. So this is all stuff my dad put down over there. So there's a big like hole right there, and then it comes under this patio. These leaves need to be cleaned up, but they poured this patio all the way out, and there's a big crevice under this patio as well that's like empty. So it's an issue. So hopefully we get that fixed. I just remembered that Russell is at like a conference outside, or I don't even know where he's at. But he might not be back in time to get the kids, so I might have to go get them. If I want to work out at 3:15, I'm gonna have to get them out of school early, because I don't want to. I coach at 4:15. Shit, and I need to put some stuff out. Damn it! Hold on, I'm a mess. Okay, put my lanolin on. So I probably need to text him and see if he's gonna be back in time to pick the kids. The fact that he hasn't texted me yet probably means he will be. So hopefully, if not, I'm probably gonna get the kids early so that I can still make it to the gym on time. That sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I forgot my Tums, so I'm gonna go inside and grab my Tums, and then I gotta put my leaf blower out for my dad. So just a second. I gotta get more Tums. I'm almost out. I don't have very many. These are the best ones though. Smoothies, the assorted fruit ones. I think I'm just gonna go back to taking Prilosec every day. I used to do that and then I was like, I don't need it. Now I need it. Put my leaf blower out for my dad. He's gonna come and blow the leaves out of my, motherfucker. My brain's not working. Blow the leaves out of my gutters. And then, which is very nice, he got me a leaf blower. But he wants to get the leaves out of my gutter before it rains again. I am literally struggling so bad right now to like, I don't know, I need to eat something. I'm gonna eat these Tums and then hopefully eat some lunch and then maybe it'll give me some life. I actually just stopped to get some lunch and instead of a breakfast sandwich, I opted for the bacon sausage egg wrap from Starbucks. It is delicious, but it's a lot to eat. There's an egg on the outside of it. It's a lot to eat, so sometimes I just can't. I just don't do it. It's very good though. And then I got a brownie for after my workout. This has been like my workout treat lately. So I'm gonna close that up. I won't have that until way later. It's 1:10 right now, and it's too early for me to go to the gym really, but I also haven't talked to Russell to see if I need to pick up the kids. So I'm gonna check with him. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna check with him whether or not he'll be back in time to pick up the kids. And if he will be, I think I'm just gonna head over there and I'm gonna do a long walk before my workout. If not, then I'll go to Target and then go pick up the kids and then go to the gym. So we'll see. I did pick up 7 Brew. This is sugar-free energy with sugar-free peach and sugar-free strawberry. I've been stuck on this lately. That's like what that's what I have before my workout every day. I really wanted to try the Alani new Winter Wonderland, I think is what they're calling it. Like the winter flavor. It's a new one this year. And I went to Target yesterday, couldn't find it. I went to Academy, which I'm right next to right now, and they didn't have it. Because sometimes like when Witch's Brew comes out, sometimes Academy has it. And so I went there, went to Target, and I don't know where else to try. I tried one Quick Shop or Casey's. So I don't know if my area has them yet, but I do want to taste them before they actually say what the flavor is, because a bunch of people have been reviewing them without like knowing what the flavor is, and they're like doing their guesses. And Alani, well, Katie Hearn has said like there's no cranberry in it. A lot of people keep guessing cranberry. Everybody says coconut, so I'm assuming there's a coconutty flavor. But other than that, I've heard all kinds of different, like, what it is. So I really wanted to taste it before they say, like, what the actual flavor is. But I can't find it, so I don't know. Also, typically I don't mind coconut, but in drinks, like that kind of drink, I think there's a couple other Alani flavors that have the coconut flavor in them, and I don't really love them. I like more of like a crisp finish to my energy drinks. I feel like coconut is like, I know it's not creamy, but in my brain, coconut like reminds me of creamy stuff, and so like I don't dig that. So stuck with this for today. I'm gonna eat my food and figure out if I need to pick up these kids, try to wake up a little bit more, and head to the gym. Russell said he could make it to get the kids, so I'm actually at the gym. And I'm not gonna go in quite yet because I have some stuff I have some videos I can edit and put up. And so I'm gonna just sit in my car and do that. That's kind of like my chill thing. I feel like makes me get out of the house, but I'm not like, I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of silly that I come here and sit and like do stuff, but sometimes I just need to like not be in my house because, like I don't have a place to go to work. And so if I drive over here, then I can like do some work, and then I'm like, boom, go inside, do my workout, that kind of thing. Oh, anyway, you know what? I figure while I'm here, I might as well just do like a little bit of an update on pregnancy and on life and like that sort of thing, because I really haven't been doing like updates like I used to with my last pregnancy. I would do like 16-week update, 17-week update, 18, so on and so forth. And I just feel like, I don't know. I used to watch those videos like my first time around, and now I'm like, I'd rather just watch a vlog where like somebody adds it in. You know, it's like, oh, this is how things are going, blah, 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 and then move on with their life. Instead of like just a whole long video about like, what are you eating? What is this? It's like the same, it feels like the same thing over and over again. So every once in a while, I figure I'll throw it in there. So like I said, I am, let's see, Sunday is when my like weeks turn over. So Sunday I was 24 weeks. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm 24 weeks and 4 days. 24 weeks and 4 days. Did I say that right? And feeling pretty good for the most part. I still am getting nauseous. I'm not taking Unisom anymore. I told you guys that, I think, in the last video, but no more Unisom. I'm not taking anything else besides Tums, like, all the time. You saw me taking those earlier. I do think starting tomorrow, I need to go to the store and get some Prilosec. I think I'm going to start taking Prilosec every morning to help, because a couple nights I have woken up, like, throwing, like, not throwing up, but, like with throw up in my throat and in my mouth. That sounds really gross, but like, if you know, you know. So the acid reflux is real. It's worse when, obviously, if I eat late, like we have sports a lot of the time until late at night, and then I like eat late after getting my kids to bed. I'll like eat a snack or eat some cereal or whatever. And it doesn't really matter what it is. Really, if it's like red sauce or pizza or something like that, that affects me a lot, or chocolate, like chocolatey stuff. That affects my acid reflux a lot, but anything really though, like almost anything gives me acid reflux. It just depends on this, like what it is makes it worse or not. So yeah, with all my other pregnancies, well, besides Mara, with the boys, I guess. With the boys, I took Prilosec the whole time and barely struggled with acid reflux because I was taking it every single day, like the whole time. And yeah, I don't know what was wrong with me this time when I decided not to. Definitely don't recommend waking up like with throw up in your mouth. That's terrible. So I'm trying to sleep on my left side a lot. I am sleeping with a boppy pillow, like either wedged underneath my neck or like sometimes I'll wedge it underneath my stomach. But sleep is getting more uncomfortable. I had a really hard time falling asleep last night. Falling asleep is just, it's hard to shut my brain down. It's weird because like I can, like today and yesterday, like I'm napping like a bunch of times in the day, and I'm not typically a napper at all, but going to bed is hard. I don't understand it at all, because like today I laid in bed like almost all day and slept like on and off. So it's just weird. I'm at this point where I am super exhausted, and honestly the thing that helps the most is activity. So if I do something active, like Monday morning, I went on a walk with my sister-in-law, like first thing in the morning, and that day I was pretty productive. Yesterday and today I didn't do anything active first thing, and like I wasn't active at all. And so I really think I need to make it a point to wake up and go on my walks again. Like lately I've been leaving my walks for the afternoon, like right before my workout, and I just don't think, I think getting some movement in first thing in the morning. And I know like it might seem counterproductive or whatever to exercise. If I'm feeling so exhausted, obviously I should rest, right? But I feel like moving gives me energy. And so like after I work out and stuff, like I feel pretty good. I feel nauseous because I always feel nauseous after I work out, but I feel like more energy after I move or after I work out or after I go on a walk. So I think that's going to be a priority going forward, is just making sure I'm still getting up and doing my walk in the morning instead of leaving it to the afternoon. Hunger, like some days I'm really ravenous, like I need to eat constantly, and other days like today I could just go a long time without eating. And that sucks because I feel like if I have a day like today where I haven't eaten very much, the next day is the day that I'm like super hungry. But it's hard, especially when you're pregnant and like you get nauseous easy. It's hard to like force yourself to eat when you don't really feel hungry, and then you pay for it the next day, because then you're like hungry like every minute of the freaking day. Like I mentioned earlier, I had my doctor's appointment yesterday, and I forgot to mention how much weight I've gained so far. So far in pregnancy, at almost 25 weeks pregnant, I've gained 15 pounds. So I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing. I was trying to keep it as, like, I'm trying to keep it as minimal as I can, because I did start this pregnancy heavier than any of my other pregnancies. And so like, I don't need to gain a super crazy amount of weight to sustain the pregnancy and like make sure everything's good. I just need to maybe a half pound a week. I don't know. Half pound a week sounds like good to me. I'm really just trying to make sure I don't gain more than 30. Fingers crossed. Workout wise, workouts are feeling really pretty good. I'm still doing CrossFit 5 days a week. 5 days a week, give or take. Like last week, I missed a lot. My kids were sick, so I missed a lot of my CrossFit workouts. But as long as everything's good, I'm here. My workouts feel really good. I feel really strong still. My hernia is poking out there. It's a lot harder to get it to poke back in these days. It just wants to kind of like hang out, but it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. People can have their opinions on whether or not I should do things with a hernia or not. Whatever. It is what it is. Workouts are feeling good. My plan, as long as everything's fine with pregnancy and, all that, my plan is to just work out until I have the baby. I think usually like right around this time is when my belly is just starting to get really big and I'm starting to feel really, a lot more uncomfortable. And I will have to like change some movements as I continue going forward. Like certain things, I'm just, if they don't feel good, I won't do them. Or if they feel good that day, I'll do them that day. If they feel good, if they don't feel good the next day, I won't do, like I just kind of play it day by day if things feel good or not. I've gone through a postpartum 3 times and it's hard to come back to your fitness routine and like totally feeling like not yourself when you come back. So I want to just feel as good as I can throughout the entirety of my pregnancy if I can, and that'll make postpartum a little bit easier on me, hopefully. Baby is moving all the time. She is moving so much, and I have like my placenta's like in the back of the baby, so I can see the baby like on my stomach like pushing out all the time. Not like elbows wiping across and stuff like that yet, but like definitely little jabs all over the place all the time. So that's been fun. And the kids actually this last week, Mara and Jay both went to like feel my belly to feel the baby. And every time so far that we've tried to get them to be able to feel the baby, it just doesn't, the baby like just stops moving. It's like, of course. And so they actually got to feel the baby this week, and that was fun. They really enjoyed that. I think it just, helps them understand they know there's a baby in there, but it helps them like there's actually like a little baby in there. So I show them the app and like how big the baby is and stuff like that. And they really get it. Kai is like, he gets it, but he's not as interested as the bigger kids. Emotionally, I've been super emotional. Ugh, I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to get emotional. I've just been super emotional lately, just thinking about, that life's going to change and a new baby. And obviously I'm pregnant, so hormones are like high. So very emotional. My life situation is like just a bit different this time around than it was with my other kids. And so I don't know. It's just different. And so the experience of this pregnancy has been a lot different, a little lonelier, a lot lonelier, honestly. Like I said, I don't really want to get into it that much because I don't want to cry, because I cried a lot yesterday. My next prenatal appointment will be at 28 weeks, and that's the day that I'm going to do the glucose test. Never had an issue with gestational diabetes ever, up to this point. And so I'm hoping like that's still the case, and hopefully everything comes back like just fine. And then after that, I start going every 2 weeks, which is crazy. I know I still have a month until 28 weeks because I'm 24 and a half now. So I still have like about a month until then, but just crazy that like that's going to start happening. And my midwife told me, typically at 28 weeks, if you had a C-section before, that's when they try to schedule you for a C-section. Again, she said, so we just need to let them know like that's not the plan. So if you don't know, I had a C-section with my third baby. It was an emergency C-section while I was pushing due to a cord prolapse. Like literally right when I started pushing, the first like 2 pushes, cord came down. It was an emergency. They pulled things, freaking wheeled me down, put me to sleep, had a C-section. That's a whole story in itself. But I had 2 vaginal deliveries before that. So the reason for the C-section is not something that we foresee happening again. The cord prolapse, it's just kind of a random thing that can happen. And I have had 2 vaginal deliveries before. So I'm a good candidate for a VBAC. My body's been there and done that. And as long as everything is fine up until like the point of going into labor, then I will try for a VBAC. I cannot be induced with like medication. They can do a few things like membrane sweeps, like the stuff that doesn't involve medication, to help me go into labor if I haven't gone into labor by 41 weeks. But basically once I hit 40 weeks, we'll just like monitor the baby, make sure everything's good. And then hopefully before 41 weeks, I will go into labor on my own, which I'm excited about. I like very much enjoy the whole like birth process a lot more than being pregnant, honestly. I think that birth in general, like the pain that comes along with labor and birthing a baby, is a different type of pain than like breaking your bones, or you know what I mean? Like it's a different type of pain because it's bringing you a life. That sounds crazy, but if you go into it with that mindset, then it is like it makes a difference. It makes a big difference if you, instead of like a contraction comes and you say, ow, 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 this hurts. Instead of that, you just like take yourself through it and breathe through it. And like in my mind, I tell myself like, my baby, this is bringing me closer to my baby. This is bringing me closer to my baby. There's purpose for this pain. Pain that's going to bring your baby is just, it's a different type of pain. It's still pain, but it's different because you know that pain has to happen for that baby to come. I don't know. I'm going on a little rant now, but yeah, so that's the plan. I'll probably get more into like my birth plan and stuff at like when I get a little bit closer. And yeah, I have an ultrasound scheduled, like a private ultrasound scheduled for Monday, just to like look at the baby and see how she's growing and stuff. It's the same lady that did my gender reveal scan. And then at 32 weeks, so 26 weeks, I'm going to have, or 25 weeks, I'm going to have this ultrasound. And then at 32 weeks, 30 to 32 weeks, I'm going to have a 3D, 4D scan with the same lady. But basically, I just want to know what she's looking like in there. And so, you know, if you don't get a whole bunch, like you don't have a reason to have a whole bunch of ultrasounds, just try to find a private place that you can go if you want to see your baby. You can definitely see your baby more than like your 20-week ultrasound. It's good if you don't have a reason to have a bunch of like ultrasounds with your like at your place of care. It's a good thing because, you know, like that means things are looking good. But schedule a private ultrasound. It is so cool, I think, to see the baby grow. With Kai, I actually had, like, they made me get ultrasounds like every 4 weeks because I had a huge cyst, a really big cyst. They ended up removing during my C-section, but it was on my ovary. So I got to see him all the time, and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever, because, like, I just got to see, like, every 4 weeks how much he had grown. And so, yeah, it's a little cheap. I think well, I don't have insurance, so if I get an ultrasound through the ultrasound, like through my place of care, it's like way more expensive than if I go to this lady. It's way cheaper. So it is like an investment. You pay for it, but I think it's worth it. I don't know. I want to see my baby, and I honestly want to see how she's growing right now, because she was in the 53rd percentile at 20 weeks. And then typically, like my babies at least, then they just start to kind of skyrocket growth. And we'll see. I don't know. I got real big, real fast in the last like 5 weeks. My first baby was 8 pounds, 10 ounces. My second baby was 8 pounds, 3 ounces. And I tried really hard in that pregnancy to not eat like like eat a bunch of extra trash food, because I was afraid that my baby was going to be big. So I tried really hard to keep my weight gain down so that the baby's weight gain might stay down. That sounds terrible, but like, and it worked. I think it worked. He was smaller than my first baby, which was great. And then with Kai, he was 9 pounds, 10 ounces. So this is a girl, so we'll see. Mara was 8'10", so maybe she'll be around the same as Mara. But yeah, I'm going to guess she'll be 8 or 9. 8 or 9 pounds. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, not at this ultrasound. She's not gonna be 8 or 9 pounds at this ultrasound. At birth, I think she's gonna be 8 or 9 pounds. I'm feeling a little more, I ate some food, I drank some energy drink, and I'm feeling a little more whoop-de-doo-dah day. And so I'm gonna go inside and get this walk on. I think I'm actually just gonna close this video out here. This is so funny because like I mostly have been in the car talking to you, but just gave you a little update on things. And I think I'm gonna start another vlog for the weekend because I think we're gonna put up our Christmas decorations this weekend. So the kids are excited to do that. And I figure I'll vlog a little bit of it just for some funsies. And then maybe take you along with that appointment on Monday so that you guys can see the baby too and see how she's growing. I can let you know. So anyway, thanks for watching to this point. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Thanks for looking at the Hot Mess Express this whole time. And give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And we'll see you in the next one.